We're live. What's up? What's up? All right, man. Hey, Mark, this is our first live together, no?
First live, man. Let's start going. Let's get into it, man. Let's start
Let's
talking
get
about
into it.
boxing,
Well,
man.
it's a Saturday night. It's a rare Saturday night with no boxing. We've been having a lot of boxing fights on Saturday nights, man. There's nothing on tonight because the boxing fights for this weekend were on Friday. We just saw a big card on the zone. Actually, it was a long ass card. Did you know at New York time that pay per view card started at 10 a.m.? They had 10 fights, bro, on that card. That was a crazy card, and
I only
it
caught the
lasted
last
all
two.
day. It lasted all day.
That card crept up on everybody, man. I didn't remember it until you told me it crept up on me. So I was able to catch the last two.
Well, I knew it was Friday, but I never paid attention to the time. I didn't even think about
Yeah,
the time difference, so I didn't question it. I just thought, I'll get home and I watch the fight after work. Shit, that shit was going on all day at work.
yeah, yeah.
But Mark, well, let's talk about a couple of the fights that went on there. I think we could just get straight to it, man. The main event was Joshua versus Ngannou. You had some feelings about this fight going in. Remind the folks how you were feeling about this main event prior to the fight happening.
I wasn't happy about it at all, man. As you guys can see during the broadcast, they had an 0-1 fighter as a co-main event. Going for the going on if he won that fight, going on to fight for the four other major titles. And I really didn't like that a UFC fighter was in line for that type of a payday and the four titles. I mean, the whole shebang. He was in line for that. He was 0-1, and now he's 0-2. And I'm still not happy about it because man, he took a big bag there that could have been somebody else's. Remember the nameless guy we mentioned? That
Yeah, that guy
nameless
wasn't gonna. This guy, that
German.
that guy wasn't gonna get the. You can't even name him. You wouldn't have tuned in
we
anyway.
still don't. We still don't.
You
We still
wouldn't have
don't
tuned
even.
in anyway. What are you talking
We,
about?
we,
So look, here's just to rehash the argument. I agreed with you, and Ngannou didn't deserve to be in that ring. He didn't deserve to be against Anthony Joshua, and this is all Tyson Fury's fault. It's his fault, bro. When it comes down to it, this is all on Tyson Fury. He let the guy into the party. No one invited him. Tyson Fury invited him into the party, and he didn't kick him out. The guy sat down on the sofa, put his feet up on the glass table, and chilled. And Anthony Joshua had to be the one to kick him out of the party. And he did it emphatically. That was a scary KO, Mark. Ngannou was dropped 3 times, once in the first round, twice in the second round. That was a damn rocket on the final knockdown that eventually put Ngannou out, Mark. That was a rocket right down the pipe, man. It was a little bit scary, I'll admit, because Ngannou wasn't moving, and that guy has an iron chin. He's been hit hard before with smaller gloves in the UFC, and he's never looked like that. So it's just boxing is a different game. It's a totally different game, man. So it was a little scary, and they gave him some oxygen. Ngannou did get up, and one of the things that he said at the press conference was he didn't even feel the punch.
yeah,
That's how
yeah,
he was
no,
out the
yeah,
moment it landed.
yeah. AJ looked really good, man. That was a pretty badass punch he gave him, even though it was against a non-boxer. He was a novice. He wasn't a real boxer at all. That has something to do with it, but
So,
man,
Mark, that brings up a
I don't.
question I
Yeah,
want to ask you.
AJ looked good, is what I wanted to say. Man, it doesn't matter who it was against. The way he looked,
So that's
man. For
that's what I wanted to ask you. Do you give AJ credit for this KO, being that it
no,
was against a boxing
no,
novice?
no credit at all for this. All it showed me was how goddamn ready this guy is for whoever wins in the next couple of weeks in the big showdown. But no, I don't give him any credit for it. He doesn't give himself any credit for it. He said it years ago. I don't want to fight this guy because it's a gimmick fight. And like you said, Tyson opened the door for it, and it had to happen. I don't think he would have done it either way. If it was him first, he said it. way years ago. He said, "I won't do that. It's a gimmick fight, and I don't fight gimmick fights." Listen, man, AJ is serious about the sport again. Uh, I don't want to say again. I mean, it just seems like he's found himself again. I know this was against a novice, but he looked great. He looked great his last outing. He's found a really good trainer. I think he's found himself mentally again, and he's prepared. He looks thin. He looks really good, man. And I'm really worried for Tyson Fury when he beats Usyk. I'm
If
worried
he
for
beats
Tyson
Usyk.
Fury
If he beats Usyk.
when he beats
I
Usyk.
got Usyk winning that fight, bro. So I don't think that's a
I'm
given. I
worried.
don't think that's a given. Okay, if a boxing novice like Francis Ngannou can give Fury that much trouble, even if he was underprepared, he went 12 rounds and dropped Fury. If he can do that to Fury, I think Usyk is going to be more trouble for him than people are giving credit for. Yes, he's a smaller man. Yes, he's weak to the body, but the guy can box. He's been preparing for this moment since he was a cruiserweight champion. He knew that he was going to have to fight Tyson Fury to get the belt, and here we are.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a given, is what I want to say.
Well, there's our guy TD Sports. What's up, man? How you been? I joined this guy's live last week, man. This guy really knows his boxing, David TD Sports. Hopefully one day he can join us, man.
Yeah, hey,
This
I
is
kicked it
our
with him. I kicked it with him at the MSG. What's up, homie?
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
met a good dude, man. Real good dude.
Well,
We
we're
chopped it up
rookies in the
just
game here. This is our first live, and we really, we really don't know what the hell we're doing. We're glad that you're our one and only viewer right now. But yeah,
respect,
man, it's good.
brother.
Yeah, these guys
Respect.
know their boxing, man. Listen, I was on a live with these guys last weekend, David. I know we were talking about our thing here, but I was on a live with these guys uh, last week, and they were talking about some stuff, man. These guys know boxing history like no other. Like I was throwing names out there that people wouldn't know. And TD Sports, these guys, oh man, they had Ishe Smith on the
Yeah.
program, man. And I said what's up to him. He said what's up back. I was pretty excited. These guys knew I was excited, man. It was a good time. Yeah, these guys got it going on. Good show, guys. But anyway, Dave, back to
One
Tyson
last thing
Fury
about
beating
AJ, Mark.
Usyk.
One last thing about AJ that I wanted to point out. You said he kind of found himself recently. He's got like his head back on right. It really has to do with his activity. He's been really active, man, since if you look at 2023, he fought three times in 2023. And that's pretty active for a big name heavyweight like him, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And another active heavyweight on that fight was Joseph Parker. That's another guy who's been fighting a lot recently.
He squeaked
And
by.
yeah, he fought against Zilla Zong, Big Bang Zong. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting Zong to stop Parker. I thought he was gonna, coming from that southpaw stance. He has that really nice left hand. It's kind of tricky because it goes straight, but he can loop it. He can throw that left hand a lot of different ways, and it's fast. And he dropped Parker a couple times in that fight, Mark.
He
But
did. He did.
Parker weathered the storm and he boxed him up. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, he squeaked by. Parker looked really good. He won every round besides the two rounds that he got knocked down on. What's up, Chicano Tube, man? There they are, man. Our guy right there, Chicano Tube. They just put on a hell of a show, man. Congratulations, man. I'm still upset at that, man. I can't believe I got laid up there over there in Vegas, man. Me and my wife spent about 4 hours of misery there, David. Remember I was telling you I don't even want
Yeah.
to talk about it yet. I still haven't even told David, man. I've been telling
Yeah,
him all
Mark, he
week.
hasn't been able to discuss it.
I've
He's
been
that
so
broken up
fucking
about it.
sick to my stomach about what happened over there. It was 4 hours of hell, David, at the at the airport trying to get to Salina, but it was my own fault. I was the first time I was gonna do one of these things. I was gonna TD Sports. I was gonna actually call a fight. TD Sports, the guy that we have on the channel here, Chicano Tube, he put on a hell of a pay-per-view on Saturday. I was gonna go out there, call the fight with the man. I got held up at the airport. He's from Salinas, California. They only have one very small airport, Monterey, and they had two flights going in. They messed me up on the first one. Second one going out was too late. But TD Sports, tap into Chicano Tube. He's big on boxing. He's a promoter, and he puts on content creator fights. It's called the Content Creator Fight Series. Chicano Tube, follow TD Sports. This guy's has a really good boxing channel, and he has credentials. He goes through all the big fights, the zone, top rank, all that good stuff, just like we do, man.
Yeah, man, they do a lot of good boxing conversations on their channel. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
And
both of
real
these
good
guys,
people, real
man.
good people.
Yeah, yeah. No, David, man. Me and my wife, I'll tell you later, but let's go on with this show here. Hey, TD Sports, just to ask you really quick, what did you think about the Big Bang fight, Big Bang Zong? And what did you think about Anthony Joshua's fight, AJ? Let us know.
Yeah, that was a hell of a knockout, man. Again, that was kind of scary,
Yeah.
bro. That was a scary, scary moment.
Yeah.
Do want to talk about, while we're waiting on that reply, that AJ and Joseph Parker and Zilla
The
Zong.
heavyweight doubleheader yesterday on the zone. Yeah, see what he wants to see what he thinks about that. I know he's gonna have good insight on that.
It's gonna be kind of weird now because Joseph Parker has already fought Anthony Joshua. And so it's like we're seeing a lot of familiar names here. If Usyk does beat Fury in their fight in May, then you have AJ possibly going for a third fight with Usyk after he's already lost twice. So it's going to be kind of a weird carousel going on at the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, TD, totally agree with you. I thought he gassed out too. I was going to say around the fourth round. After that knockdown, he got a knockdown in the third. He looked like he gassed out after that, man. He was just he thought he was just gonna catch him with one punch after that.
Yeah, man. I think that's gonna be his problem, man. Nothing else can beat him because I don't think Parker could have done anything to him if he didn't gas out. He was gonna catch him again eventually, but I mean, you can hit this guy with bricks, man. He's not gonna be hurt. Like nothing hurts.
Well, he goes down. He's been knocked out before.
Has he? Man, it seemed like Parker was just throwing the kitchen sink at him, and he was just walking right through everything. He seems just so solid.
Oh, you're talking about Zong. I'm sorry.
Zong. Yeah, Zong. I don't think, I don't think anything can beat him, but that he gasses out. He just gasses out, but there's nothing he can do about that anymore. He is all of 40-something years old. There's nothing he's going to be able to do. I know that he started drinking 2 gallons of water a day to prepare to not gas out and to be hydrated and all, but it didn't work. It's not gonna.
He came in heavy for that fight. 290. That's too much for him at 40 years old. I know we talked about this, Mark, before. Like, yeah, your body isn't the same. You can't push yourself as hard. He's got to come in better shape than that, though. He's got to come in better shape.
TD agrees with you down there. TD's agreeing with you. Yeah.
Yeah, as a professional fighter, you can't expect to knock out everybody in 4 rounds. So you've got to be ready to go those 10, right? 12 rounds. You got to be ready to go into those later rounds. So it doesn't look good. I think this is a huge setback for Zong. I don't know if he's going to be able to come back from this. They do have a rematch, so he will be fighting Joseph Parker again. And shout out to TD saying that AJ looked great. Yep.
Yeah.
Once he got the timing, it was over. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He was doing some feints on him too. And Ngannou was biting on everything, man. AJ just set up that knockout beautifully, throwing the jab down to the body, throwing the jab to the head.
Yeah. Hey, David and TD, I got a question for both of you guys. Do you think, I honestly think AJ's going to beat the winner of Tyson and Usyk? Do you guys think AJ just takes it? Like, takes, I mean, obviously he's going to fight the winner. I just think AJ is better than both of those guys. What do y'all think?
Well, Usyk's already beat AJ twice. So there's that mental hurdle, right? Like you think about it. He's lost twice to this guy, and he got hurt at the end of the fight. AJ got hurt at the end of a fight. I don't remember which one it was, if it was the second one or not. but it looked like Usyk was putting it on him, and he rocked him in the very last round. So I mean, that's a mental hurdle that Anthony Joshua is going to have to overcome if he does face Usyk again. If he faces Tyson Fury, I think he knocks out Fury as well. Very similar to Ngannou. Obviously, maybe not that quick, but he'll take Fury out easy. And I'm expecting
Yeah.
Usyk to beat Fury anyway, so it might be a third fight between Usyk and AJ. What about you, Mark? What do you think?
Well, I just think AJ beats both of them handedly. Though, just right now, I mean, the way he looks stoic, man. He looks like he should have looked years ago, and he's far from the rest of the training I think he just needed to pick the right trainer, and I think he's right with his trainer, and everything's comfortable in his life. Like everything is just setting in place for him again. And I think if he wins, isn't he gonna be a four-time
Yeah,
heavyweight champ? Holy crap, man!
something like yeah,
Ah,
something like that. Yeah, I mean, he has 3 losses. He was stopped once by Andy Ruiz. Um,
yeah. TD thinks Usyk beats Fury, or oh no, or is he saying AJ?
no, he's saying as long as AJ stays active, he beats both of them.
Okay,
The
okay,
third time
yeah.
will be the charm. Orale, we'll see. Yeah. Well, yeah, that is one thing that Usyk has a problem with is a weakness to the body, man. And if you jab him to the body, we know nobody likes it to the body, but Usyk really doesn't like it to the body, right?
Yeah, yeah. Now moving on, David. Let's see. Since we got TD here really quickly, let's see what he thinks about what you were telling me earlier about Japan pretty much dominating everything in
Yeah.
the.
We didn't get to
Yeah,
do this. We didn't get to cover this last week, but Top Rank was in Japan, and they had Junto Nakatani winning the WBC bantamweight championship from Alejandro Santiago. Stopped him in 6 rounds. And the last time we saw Santiago, Mark, that was when he
I saw
beat
him.
and
I saw him
retired.
live.
Yeah, you saw him live. He retired the legend Onito Donaire on the
Yeah,
undercard of Crawford versus Spence. Santiago, we thought, he's a good fighter, he's strong, and he's really tough. I think he got knocked down in the fight versus Donaire, right?
yeah,
And he still came back up, if I'm not mistaken. This was Santiago's 4th loss, the first time he'd ever been stopped. Santiago fought well, but Nakatani's just on another level, man. I also gotta say, like, Nakatani's huge for a 118 pounder. I can't believe he was at 115.
yeah.
So for this guy to be at 118, man, that's still he's still a big bantamweight. And I listened to Steve Kim, Mark, and Steve Kim talks to Rudy Hernandez, excellent trainer out of Cali, who is with Nakatani. And
Yeah.
Rudy says that Nakatani is going to fill out all the way to 126. He's going to
Yeah,
go up to 122 and then 126. You know who
I
else
could
is
see
at
it.
122? And from
You know it.
Japan?
You know it.
Naoya Inoue, exactly. And I actually think they're on a collision course, man. Also on that card was Inoue's
They
younger
do call him the
brother,
new monster over there. They do
huh?
call him the new monster. They call him the new monster. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have the new monster versus the old monster, or the real monster, or will the real monster please stand up? And I
A
think
lot of
they're going to
stuff.
set this up. I think they're going to set this up because check the scenario out. Also on that card was Inoue's younger brother, Takuma Inoue. He stopped Jerwin Ancajas, and he has a belt at 118 pounds too. He has the WBA version. So you've got Nakatani with the WBC 118-pound title. You got Takuma Inoue with the WBA 118-pound title. That's a unification bout right
Yeah.
there. And it's all Japan. And then if you think about it, should Nakatani beat Inoue's little brother, that sets up a revenge match at 122 down the line. I think the cards are being laid out that way, and that would be a very interesting fight. I was called crazy for thinking that Japan would put these two Japanese stars against the ring or in the ring against each other. But that's good business, bro. That's going to be the biggest fight in Japanese history, I would think.
Yeah, I
What do
mean
you
a
think
lot of
about
a lot
that?
of
And you got to see the fight, right? What did you think of Nakatani's
Nakatani's
performance?
badass, man. He just showed us again how freaking awesome he is. Um, I honestly want Bam to fight Nakatani, but Bam wants to fight Gallo Estrada. We talked to Robert Garcia once. We were lucky enough to talk to him, and he told us absolutely no way unless he comes up and demands the fight now, and we don't get the Gallo fight, but we're going for Gallo. Like we don't care where he is, what weight, we're going for Gallo. Like that's their main thing. I wish Bam would want to fight him, but I mean, I
Too
can
big,
see them.
bro.
Yeah,
He's too
I mean,
big.
yeah, but
Too big.
I see that happening with Inoue because Inoue did say he wanted to stay there for a while, and I think when he says that to me, a while means at least a year or at least until he does what he feels. I think it's minimum a year there from what he said because he said he's staying a while.
Yeah.
So a while
Yeah.
to means a
So
year at least, and in a while that fight might get hot and boom.
I think it's hot now. Nakatani's already considered a star over there in
Mhm.
Japan.
Yeah, no,
So
they love them. They love all their guys, man. All
they
their
love all
guys
of
are
them.
killers.
And
Those
you know
guys are
what?
killers.
You know what, Mark? This is a crazy era for Japan right now. If you look at the title holders from 105 pounds to 122, there's a Japanese champion in every one of those divisions. You've
Yeah,
got
from Mini Mosca all the way up.
all the way up, all the way up. So this is a
And
crazy.
Kenshiro Teraji has two or three, the ring belt too.
Yeah, the Kenshiro Tora. So there's a WBC 105-pound champion, Sejioka. He has a belt there, and then there's another Sejioka with 105 at 105. He has a title as well. Then you got Taraji, who's the WBC WBA 108-pound champion. You also have Akui, Yuri Akui, with the 112-pound title, WBA. Then Tanaka and Ioka have a one WBA and the WBO 150-pound titles. Then you also have Inoue and Nakatani with titles at 118, and then Inoue, of
Yeah,
course, has all of the titles at 122. The Japanese fighters are running the lower weight classes right now. It's a very, very hot
yeah,
time in Japan, and they're drawing crowds. The next fight, I believe, Jason Maloney. Is it Jason Maloney? One of
yeah,
the
yeah.
Maloney brothers. He's gonna fight in Japan at the Tokyo Dome in front of 50,000 people to defend his 118-pound title.
They got
So
to be paying crazy money out there.
yeah, yeah. Well, they offered him the fight in Japan first, but he wanted to go back to Australia for a hometown fight, and he was going to take less money. But the Japanese kept calling because they want to
Hmm.
set up something at 118. They want 118 pounds and 115-pound divisions. They want those to heat up. They want to start having some unification fights. So they're
Yeah.
calling him, and he said recently on Boxing Scene, they gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. We had to really take it serious. So we're gonna fight in Japan at the Tokyo Dome in front of 50,000 people.
Hey, and Japan, man, does a really good job of freaking advertising these kids and putting them out there with all that K-pop, J-pop stuff, and they dress them up and they put them. I mean, they do a lot to promote
It's
these guys,
Korea,
man. They
man.
make they give. Well, I mean, I know, but they got the J-pop as well and the
They have
K-pop
J-pop.
and yes, with all these weird hairdos and they're all, what I'm saying is they do good marketing these kids, man. And with names like the Amazing Boy and that the other kid with the white hair that fought Mayweather, Ryaku or Ryuku, they got a bunch of little action stars, man. They got a cool roster, but America's got pretty good dudes coming up as well. That kid Steven Navarro, they're gonna push that kid fast, and he's stretchable around those. Andy Dominguez was another kid that was supposed to be good for the U.S. and slash Mexico, but he lost to that really good Puerto Rican Olympic who's coming up. Those divisions have some pretty. pretty good fighters. We got El Divino in Mexico, but he's at 126 and he's really, really big, so he'll end up probably a little bit further up there. But
Yeah.
yeah, they pretty much have it locked down over there.
No, for sure, man. TD says they're fun fights. I agree with you, brother. Early in the morning, you gotta be up at the crack to try to catch those
Tuesdays
fights, and
on
they usually happen like on Tuesday mornings as well.
Tuesday.
So
Why? I don't know why it's on Tuesdays.
yeah, they get
I
down
mean,
like that. They get down. Well,
is that their
that would
weekend? Monday's
be
their weekend? They got a
their
whole.
Monday night. It would be
Wow, that's
their Monday
crazy.
night. It's our Tuesday morning.
It's like Monday night football for them, I guess, man.
There you go.
Because
Yeah, you know
and
what?
those
I'm not
things get crazy.
that I believe Hagler Hearns was on a weekday as well, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that shit up. Hold on. Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, the Japanese do have its pretty much a stranglehold on everything down there, but Mexico used to have it, but they've been beating everybody.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm telling you, I think it was on a weekday for sure. I just have the date, but it doesn't tell me the day of the week. Look that shit up. I'll do a hey Google on that. Yeah, it was on a weekday. Yeah. TD agrees. Says it was on
That's
a weekday. I
crazy,
know it was a
man.
week. It might have been a Monday or a Tuesday as well, something like that. So it's not that rare. We just in the US, we've kind of gotten used to this Saturday night thing. I don't, you know what, man? I don't always need my boxing to be on a Saturday night.
No,
I
I
can
used to
have it on
remember
a different
Tuesday
day.
night fights on USA
Remember
Tuesday
that?
night fights. That
Remember
shit was
that?
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who's trying to bring that back? Uh, Jesse James Guerrero and all of his clan of little, all the Guerrero clan, all the brothers and the cousins and all those. They're having Tuesday night fights in Sacramento and the San Jose area, North California now, and they're trying to
Oh,
bring Tuesday night fights back. They're televising them on this little pay-per-view event, similar to what Chicano Tube did. So they're trying to bring that back. They're really focusing on Tuesday night fights over
orale. Hey, I'm down for it, man. It doesn't
there.
always have I'd like to spend my Saturday nights doing something else. I mean, I'm always gonna save time for boxing, man, but it can. I'm down with a little variation. Mark,
Yeah.
let's move it on to some other topics, man. We just came out recently with the Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman PBC on Prime pay-per-view. The price has been set. We were wondering what they were going to charge for that pay-per-view. Turns out, and drum roll please, $74.99.
Woo-wee! Chingos of cash.
It was a cash.
Chingos of
I don't know
cash,
about you,
way.
man.
Fuck
That's
that shit, carnal. No way,
that's
fuck no, dude. I got my fucking fire stick. Fuck. Yeah,
oh,
fuck
yeah.
yeah.
You're not a pay-per-view customer, man.
Nah. And
I
I live on the
am.
border. I live on the border, so I get all the Canelo fights for free.
Yeah, but Canelo's not on this card, brother. It's Tim
Yeah,
Tszyu and
yeah.
it's Keith Thurman. I gotta say, man, that price might be too goddamn high for me. Got damn high, as Flossie Carter would say.
Listen, man, I still got Thurman winning. Remember, I said fucking Thurman's gonna win that fight.
What? You
I
didn't tell
already
me that,
said that. Yeah.
bro. You
Oh,
gotta
you know
tell me
what?
these things. You gotta tell me
I
these
did
things
it.
before we get on the line,
We
bro.
were on Chicano too. Yeah, we were on Chicano too. No, on Los Tres Chingones. Los Tres Chingones. I caught it. Yeah, Thurman's gonna win. I got it.
Wow, TD, what do you think, brother? Do you think? How do you think that fight's gonna? I got Tim all the way, bro. You can't be a part-time fighter for 5 years and come back and fight a guy like Tim Tszyu.
I think Thurman is gonna take it. The old man's got
Interesting,
one left in
interesting.
him. I bet you. And
You
he's
don't think
plus
he's
seven
too
hundred.
old, man?
And he's plus 700. That's $700 for $100 bet.
Yeah, you look at the payout, but you don't.
Nah,
You
that
do
is a good
you
odds.
love.
That is a good odds. No, but I do think I got Thurman. I got Thurman.
All right.
I got Thurman. I
Well,
think he's crafty enough.
keep giving the casinos your money, then, man.
I
I don't
mean,
see it, bro. But you know what?
I
I
mean,
gotta admit, yes, the price is too high. I agree with you, TD. that card though could be fun. Fundura is in that Fundura fight. He's fighting a killer on that fight.
Uh,
I forget the guy's name, man. Sebastian Fundura. Who is he fighting? I was watching some clips of the guy the other day. Yeah, that's
I,
my main thing. It's the inactivity. The
I'm
inactivity is.
taking Thurman, man, and it ain't at the casino. I'm in Texas, man. I got Chucho down the street. Chucho, man. Chucho's taking that
All right. Well,
thing.
you're giving the bookie your money. Oh,
Chucho
Boachuk.
down the street. Yo, pay
Boachuk.
me.
Sergil Boachuk. He's 23-1 with 23 KOs. That's gonna be somebody's gonna get KTFO'd, bro. Somebody's going out in that fight. Because Fondora, he's there to be hit. Boachuk has been stopped before. So that's gonna be a fun fight. Who else is on that card, Mark? Do you remember?
No, I don't, man.
There's Raleigh and Pitbull.
Yeah.
I'm lukewarm on that fight, man. I don't really think
Pitbull
that's gonna
looks
be.
really out of shape, man. I just saw a video of him talking about his wife and crying and all that. He still looks real overweight, dude. That guy doesn't look like he's been working out at all, man. I don't know, man. I'm worried about him.
And you know what? I haven't really seen him get any better since the Tank fight. He kind of just
No,
fights the same. He's not looking impressive to me.
no.
He looked really bad against that dude. What was his name? He was on the Spence card as well. He fought that young guy. Carmona? Carmona was his name, I think. Isaac Cruz. Carmona. Yeah, it was that young guy out of Freddie Roach's gym. I thought
Hey,
that dude was. Huh?
TD asked you a question there, David. Did you
What he said? Well,
see
can you
the
click on it?
first fight in the? Yeah, but did you see the first fight? There it is.
No, I did. I missed the first one. Yeah, the one at MSG, right? I missed the first one, I think. Who was that? Arnold Gonzalez was
Oh,
the
okay.
first fight. He's a sparring. Oh, that's right. I think you mentioned that to me, bro, if I'm not mistaken. I think you told me about that. All
You know
right.
what, David?
I
Remember
wanted. Did
that
he
other?
say anything about Isaac Cruz, man? Did he give you any information about Pitbull? Because I agree with Mark. Pitbull is looking kind of chunky, for the press conferences leading up. Oh, homie's from the NY, but he lives in Cali. Okay.
TD Sports. Where are you from, man?
BX, the Bronx.
Oh,
At least
he's from
I think
over
he's
there.
based out of there. Cabrera,
wonder if he
not
put in.
Carmona. It was Cabrera, Giovanni Cabrera. Remember the kid that likes to pity pat, and he gave Pitbull a good fight. Yeah, he's from the Bronx, New York.
Bronx. Hey,
Shout out to the
David, what was
BX.
the what was the name of that girl that we? Oh, she was from Brooklyn. The female, the one that was the WBC silver heavyweight champ that we had, Danielle Perkins.
Danielle Perkins.
She's not from the Bronx.
No. She's from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. And you're okay.
Yeah, not too far from where I work, I think. Close.
Hey,
Close. Wait,
she
she
just had
was
a
close
fight.
to Flatbush somewhere.
She made a comeback. She just had a fight. She knocked the hell out of some girl.
Oh yeah. Oh, shout out to
Hmm.
Danielle
Yeah,
Perkins.
man.
She
On
was
her little
real cool
on her
people,
comeback.
man. Real cool
Yeah.
people.
She's from Brooklyn then. Brooklyn way. Yeah. She says she was the Brooklyn way.
It's the
But yeah,
Brooklyn
man.
way. So yeah, Mark, you're not plucking down $75 for that pay-per-view?
No. Actually I would pay it, man. I really would. I mean, I'm just that type of guy. I would pay it. I wouldn't like it, but I'd fucking pay it. I mean, you do what you gotta do.
Yo, is that true? The Bronx has no champions? What about where's Iran Barkley? Did
Brooklyn.
he was a middleweight champ, no? He beat Hearns. Is Barkley from the Bronx?
Hey, me and Mike met that vato at a club one time.
Iran Barkley?
Yeah. We took a Polaroid with that motherfucker. That's how long ago it was.
Where is he from?
Hey, you on a trip out way?
Oh,
We
you're talking
met
about
Iran.
now. Yeah. In the past, yes. Okay, I was gonna say
You want to
Iran
trip
was a
out?
bet.
Me and Mike were in New Manhattan. We met Iran Barkby, and then we left the club. We went to another club, and Puff Daddy shot some chick in the nose, and then we left.
What? Y'all were there that
Yeah.
night?
Yeah, we were staying there for like a month, dude. Half a month we were there already, like fucking 15, 16 days.
Hey, you know J Lo was in that place with you
Yeah,
and
yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know we were in the crowd of millions.
yeah, the Iran. Okay, yeah, nothing going on in the Bronx, but there's a lot of good gyms in the Bronx, right? TD. I was looking for boxing gyms around New York, man, and I saw a couple in the BX. I know there's a
There's not
bunch
a
in Manhattan.
there's not a Bronx bomber way.
The Bronx Bomber. No, it was the
Is there
Bronze
one? No.
Bomber.
The bronze bomber.
But the Bronx Bombers were the Yankees, no? That was the nickname for them.
Must say there's a
Yeah, the
bronze.
Bronx
Wait,
Bomber.
wait. Where was Joe Louis from?
He was from Detroit, I think,
All right, I'm way off.
if I'm not mistaken. I know he's from the Midwest. Yeah, look, check it out. They got a bunch of
That's
gyms.
crazy. I can't believe
Ofacio
there's no
Falcon.
fucking champs for them.
Yeah, I remember Falcon. He runs a gym out there. Okay.
Hey, TD, do you go like visit local gyms out there and like do interviews and stuff?
Hey, check it out. Lamata's from the Bronx.
Wow.
Raging Bull, bro. How did I not know that? What were you saying, Mark?
I was asking TD if he actually like does he visit like badass gyms over there in New York and get film or get footage, content and shit?
Yeah, do you do any interviews out there, TD?
I,
Salute the Bronx Bomber. Jerry Coleman. Yeah, it was a baseball term. It's for the Yankees. He says, no, I don't. I don't have the time. I visited, but I don't like to bother the fighters. Yeah, man, that's kind of tough sometimes when you know they're working out and shit, and you don't want to go up and like, hey, man, you got 5 minutes. You know, I feel that way too sometimes, but you know, it's good to catch them when they're not doing something, or they're just chilling, they're talking. But I hear you, bro. That can be kind of you don't want to like bother people and shit. But my boy Mark gets all the interviews when he goes to a gym. He'll interview the whole gym.
Nah, you have to ask. Like, you gotta be real careful. This last time I went to DLX gym, man, they were kind of. You have to be real careful. Like, they don't just let you mosey around. At Salas gym, for some reason, they kind of let me just mosey around and fuck around. Um, but when Salas's wife got there, uh, everybody got all like, "Hey, don't be careful, man.
He
Like,
runs the
she
show.
doesn't like, yeah, like don't be filming too many." She feels some type of way when the boxers are. I was like, what? But I was there for like a good hour filming. Well, you saw all that footage, and then she got there, and I had to kind of stop. Everybody was kind of like, oh shit. But yeah,
Hey,
Salas' wife runs that gym.
hey, TD, I got a question for you, man. How do you feel about the Canelo Munguia fight? We've been hearing for a few days now that it was already going to be made. Friday, they made it official. They announced it. It's going to go down May 4th. Canelo Munguia. Oh, hold on.
Kane
He's asking us
Sandoval.
another question. Do we know
Kane
Kane
Sandoval.
Sandoval from
No,
Sacramento?
I don't. But you
Mm-mm.
know what, TD? I do have a guy that I talked to from Sacramento. He's my source. Pinches journalist. Nah, he's I talked to him a lot about inside box. His name is Albert Ochoa, man. He signed to fuck, what's the guy's name, man? The Pacquiao's guy from San Jose, the one that got trainer of the year
San
from
Jose.
San Jose. Yeah, what
Pacquiao's
he's
trainer?
Barrios trainer. What's his name? Santos. Bob Santos.
Bob
Bob Santos.
Santos. Oh, okay.
Bob Santos and those vatos. They have a bunch of dudes from Sacramento, man, and from the Northern California area, like Albert Ochoa and Andy Diaz. They have fucking Drac Villa's been going there a little bit. They kind of know a lot of the Northern guys. But that dude Albert Ochoa is actually from Sacramento. His uncle is Tony the Tiger Lopez, man. I don't know if you watch TD's gonna fucking know who Tony the Tiger Lopez was, man.
Oh
This guy's
yeah.
pretty good. But yeah, so they're from a fighting family, and Sacramento's small. I'm gonna ask him about that guy. But what's up with the Kane Sandoval?
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up real quick. Kane Sandoval.
Sacramento, Gilroy, San Jose, they're all coming up with a lot of really good fighters out there. All the Guerrero cousins and brothers are from there.
He's 12-0. 12-0 with
Oh,
11 KOs. He's a 140 pounder.
damn.
He debuted in 2021. Damn, he's 5'8", 140 pounds.
They got, I'm telling you, man, that area, that all that NorCal area right now, man, they have good fighters.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a pretty decent
Tony
record.
the Tiger Lopez fought like he was a world title holder, one of the very few in North California, but he lost to Julio Cesar Chavez, right?
Yeah, he used to come out with the tiger pants, right? He wears the tiger.
Yeah. He was a
That's from
hardcore
the
gang
80s,
member.
though, bro.
Yeah, he was bad. He was bad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, man.
Okay.
His record looks pretty solid, bro. He looked like he stepped up his competition in the last year.
Hey, TD, the other kid, Albert Ochoa from Sacramento, he's famous for going to the prom with one of those Kardashian kids, man. But he's a boxer, but he's pretty good too. He's with Bob Santos. Check out that kid, Albert Ochoa. If you Google him, the first thing that comes out about the guy is the prom date with the fucking Kardashian, not his boxing career. That's fucking fucked up. I didn't even ask him about it when we interviewed him because he probably hates that by now. Or he might love it. You never know.
You never know, man. You never
I
know.
would have loved it. That would have been a cool motherfucking Albert Ochoa, man. That would have been a cool fucking story. Yeah, I went to the prom with Kylie Jenner. Yeah.
I mean, not many people could say that, right? Or maybe
no, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe many people could say that. I don't know.
And he did it in high school. Like he wasn't famous yet. He was still an amateur, just a regular amateur. If from Sacramento, like no hype.
Íralo.
Player.
That's like something about Mary, right? he gets the cool prom girl. He takes a cool girl to the prom.
Yeah, man, he did.
Hey, so TD, what about the Munguia Canelo fight, man? Is that something you're looking forward to? I know everybody was talking about Benavidez, man. I know that's the fight. Like a lot of people online, they're saying they want to see Benavidez, right? But we're not getting it. And I think, in my opinion, I think this is the next best thing. I think it's good business, and I think it makes for a good fight. I don't know, man. I'm kind of pumped about it. I think it's going to be a good one. I like it way better than Charlo. Let's just get that straight. Way better than Charlo. Mark, what are your thoughts?
Man, I like it. I like it a lot better than Charlo. I was happy with the Charlo one anyway, though. I mean, I wasn't pissed at it because he's a Texas boy. But I prefer the Munguia one. It's a better fight.
Yeah,
I prefer Munguia over Benavidez as well.
Wait, you prefer it over Benavidez? Why?
Yeah, I just never thought Benavidez deserved it until after the last two, right? Plant and
even then, I still don't think so because I didn't think the
after that he does deserve it, but he was kind of a dick about it before. So fuck you, you don't get it because you were a dick.
I mean, I could see that from
Canelo. That's the way Canelo's gonna think about it.
I could understand that from Canelo's point of view. Like, hey man, you want to talk all this shit, and I'm supposed to change your life from fighting me? You know, hey, what is it?
Yeah.
But I don't even really think Benavidez really earned it, man, because honestly, the Andrade, that's how he likes to pronounce his name. I don't really think beating Andrade was this huge accomplishment either. Andrade is really a middleweight who moved up to 168. He even talked about moving back down to 160 after getting stopped by Benavidez. I never thought Andrade was that good of a fighter,
I
to be
did,
honest
man.
with you.
I honestly thought he was. I thought he was fucking badass. I really thought he was gonna
Against
do
who?
something against Benavides.
Who did he beat? You know, it was kind
But
of that was
yeah,
always my thing. I know he was a talented guy, and I know he was a talented athlete, right? He's a very good athlete. But who did he ever beat in his professional career that made you say, "Oh, that's the guy. That
nobody.
dude
Yeah,
deserves it"?
yeah.
Nobody. He doesn't have anybody at 154. He didn't have anybody at 160, and he didn't have anybody at 168. I just wasn't that impressed. But all of that said, yes, Benavidez should be one of Canelo's next few fights. I believe before Canelo's out, he should fight Benavidez. I think Benavidez is one of the top fighters at 168 because honestly, 168 is kind of barren right now. There aren't a lot of great fighters there anyway.
Hmm.
And Benavidez is definitely at the top. Um, but I'm not mad at the Munguia fight.
Wow, if this is a close fight, even if it's close and Canelo wins, just if it's close, they're gonna love it and want a rematch. You think so or no?
What's
I
that?
mean, I said if it's even close to just like a good Mexican war, do you think Mexicanos are gonna want to make it a, are they?
A
You think they're
trilogy?
clamming for it to be a trilogy? Like you think
It
Mexicanos want
depends.
it to be a, Morales, Barrera,
I mean,
uh,
if the first one's good enough, you know what's going to happen, right? They're going to fight on Cinco de Mayo, and then the real big one is September, the Independence Day, Mexican
yeah.
Independence Day in September. A rematch on there against the Mexicano. If they had a really good fight on May 4th, that could sell as well. It all depends on how the first fight goes, though. You know, if
Yeah,
Canelo
yeah.
has an easy time with him, there's no way this is going to be a rematch.
What about David Morrell? David, I honestly
Well, real
think
quick, I
David
want to
Morrell looked
address,
good.
yeah, Andrade and Charlo. That should have been the fight that happened. I think junior middleweight and middleweight, they were there at
Yeah,
the same time. That would have been
yeah.
the one, man. That would have proved Andrade in my eyes, at least.
What do you think of David Morrell? I think his last fight was fucking awesome. He looked pretty damn good. Does he look good enough for Canelo? No, but I think he's fucking getting there. I like David Morrell.
You know
I mean,
what?
but I
I
don't
think
think
is
he's
the
ready
problem.
for. I don't think he's ready for Canelo yet. But I like him.
But you know what the problem is, man, is these guys need to fight each other. You know what would have been the perfect setup for Canelo's opponent in May 4th? Had Benavidez and Munguia fought each other,
Yeah,
or Munguia Berlanga, or Benavidez Berlanga. Those guys should have mixed it up within themselves to set up the next opponent for Canelo. Why does Canelo have to fight all of these guys at once, like one after another?
that's
They
what I
need to,
was thinking. Why didn't Benavides stick around and fight Morrell and those dudes? Because Benavides is jumping ship
man.
to 175.
If
Those
he
would
had,
have been really good fights
if
and
he had
very
fought
better
Morrell,
better paydays than the guys he's going after. Way
yes,
better paydays.
absolutely. I think if he had fought Morrell, he would have proven his point, bro. He would have proven his point and said, "I'm the man at 168 now.
Yeah,
So you
and you
need to
know what?
fight me."
I think David Morrell could give Benavides a run for his money.
All of them, all of them. I
Yeah,
think he gives all of them a run for his money.
all those
But
guys look
but
like they can throw chingazos. Like Morel, Berlanga, Benavides. I think those vatos should get it on and see what comes out of that. And I think Morel is probably better of those three. What do you think, TD? You think Morel is better than Benavides and Berlanga if they had a little trilogy fight there?
I'll tell you the only thing the Morel passes the eye test mark, but he doesn't have opponents either. He hasn't really fought anybody either, man. I need to see him against a top guy. I need to see him
But
against
he
Plant. I
looks,
need to see him against
but he
Billy. I need to
looks,
see him, huh?
but he looks,
He looks
he
good.
looks
Oh, that's what I'm
nice.
saying. He passes the eye test, right?
But he passes, yeah. He doesn't pass it. He passes, yeah. He looks like Apollo Creed out there. He's
Yeah, man. But if you're fighting
shout out to
Spider
Apollo
Rico,
Creed.
if you're fighting Spider Rico all the time, of course you're gonna look like Apollo Creed.
Yeah,
Spider
me
Rico is the
too.
most
Me
talented,
too.
and
Me
he
too,
hasn't fought
man. He's
anyone.
looking
That's
good.
my point. That's my point.
Yeah, but
Hey
he
man,
looks
I can
good.
look good against a speed bag or a punching bag too. I can I'll look like Sugar Ray Leonard on the pads, but
Yeah.
put me in there against a really good fighter and it might be different, you know?
Hey man, were you guys surprised with the Tyson Jake Paul thing that just all of a suddenly popped up, man?
Ah man, I don't even know, bro. I
I,
don't even know how to
I
feel
was
about that,
good.
honestly.
Man, they're not gonna let Mike Tyson open up on this kid.
No, no, I don't think
Duh,
so.
he will mollywop that boy, dude.
Even as a 60-year-old, isn't he gonna be 60? How old is Mike Tyson? He's 60
Man,
years old, man.
I'm telling you, Tyson will fuck that boy up, dude. If they
Even
let
at 60
Tyson
years old.
open up on that, yes, wait, yes. That vato's a pit bull forever. He's one of those old men that are really strong, way. I think he would beat us both up together if we had to fight him. Like
Well,
in a
us,
dangerous
but we
in
weren't.
a
Now he's
dangerous situation, if we
50.
both
Yeah.
went at him, vergazos, he'll beat us. For sure.
He'll be 58. Yeah, it's a joke. He says it's a joke. I don't.
No, man. I think if they let man, have you seen him on those mitts, boy?
Mark,
And
he's
I don't.
50. He's 50. He's gonna be 58 by the time they get in the ring.
I
That's
just. You really
that's
think
not.
Jake Paul's that good though?
No, 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 no. It has nothing to do with good. It has to do with father time. Tyson is fighting father time and Jake Paul at the same time in the ring. You're right, man.
Okay.
Tyson is still one of those dudes who, for like maybe two
Let
or
that
three
vato.
rounds, he's still dangerous. But
Fuck yes, dude. Let him open up with that motherfucking and his knowledge of the game way and the way he can still switch his stat. Fuck. Um, I don't know, man. I'm really not taking it as a joke. It's gonna be in Dallas.
I also don't think I just can't believe they're sanctioning this event either. Like,
TD, let's go to Dallas. TD, let's put in for them credentials, baby. I
you gonna
wanna
try to do
go.
that?
I like it. I like it. I'm scared for
Wow.
Jake. Hey,
But
if they let this old man open up, pop, 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 ooh, and then he jumps here and he jumps there. Oh
but do
shit!
you okay? So you don't think there's an agreement here to be like, yo, oh, you know what? It just popped in my head,
That's what
bro.
I'm
Wait, wait,
saying.
wait,
They're
wait,
not
wait,
gonna
wait, wait.
let
Mark,
Tyson
you
open
know
up
what
on
just
this
popped into
kid.
my head? Do you remember as kids we used to ask each other these kinds of questions? Yeah, it's gonna be in AT&T.
Yeah.
You remember as a kid, people used to ask you, would you let Mike Tyson hit you for $10 million? Did you ever have those conversations when you were a kid?
Yes,
Okay.
everybody did.
Hey, this is what this Vato's doing right now. He's doing that. Hey, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna let Mike Tyson hit me for $10 million.
Fuck, that's
Right?
true.
That's what he's
Remember,
doing.
remember when we were kids? Yeah, yeah. Hey,
We used to ask
would
each
you?
other that
Hey,
shit.
would you fight him for $1 million? Yeah, remember that shit, man? I wouldn't fight
Yeah,
that guy for him. Yeah, I didn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this is then. So you know
Yeah.
what? He might be willing to say, "Hey Tyson, don't hold back. Throw your chingazos."
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, TD, you really think Tyson, man, what if Tyson opens up on this kid, TD, for real? Have you seen this guy on the mitts lately?
Hey, as Bruce Lee would say, mitts don't hit back. He looks good against Roy Jones, bro.
God
I
damn, he did
remember
look
that. Did
good,
you
man.
watch that
Yeah,
fight,
Roy
Mark?
Jones looks 60. Roy Jones looks 60.
Yeah, he looks older, but he looked pretty good against Roy. I thought that was a
Yeah, fuck
pretty decent.
yeah.
I ordered that fight.
And since that day, like it brought out something in him. He got like the fucking podcast. He's selling weed. He's on
He
top of
was
the
doing
world. He's
that
working
before,
out.
I think.
I think his fame has gotten a lot more since then. Lately, this guy's been everywhere. But I just, I don't know, man. 658 is true, David. You're right.
58, man. That's the one
58.
thing, bro. I think if he was Roy Jones, if he was in Roy Jones shape
Yes, yes.
for
You know
that
what,
fight,
TD? I did learn recently that, and I'm sorry, David, to cut you off, but yeah, there is special rules for exhibitions because with Chicano too, we were going over them in California, and yeah, there are separate rules. There's no judging. There's no actual judging in these events. Um, they pretty much let you decide who the hell won, but there's no judging. There's really no winner if it goes the distance. There's a certain amount of rounds they can only fight. I think it's like 8, 2 minute, I believe. So, but I don't think that they're gonna make it an exhibition. Is it? I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. If it is, then it's gonna be staged. But if it isn't,
Yeah,
and Tyson gets that old Trevor Burbick, my oh shit! What?
they did a they did
Whoa!
a
Damn,
did
man,
a
that
Glass
guy.
Joe.
Fuck. You know, or maybe he gets a fucking Andrew Galata fucking flashback and breaks his arm, or who was that other? Yeah, it's a
No,
dangerous
it was
fucking fight, dude.
Bolsa, Francis
Boca,
Bolsa, where
Boca.
he tried to he
Galata, he
did
punched him in the yeah,
he laid Golada out. He laid Golada
yeah.
out with a right hand. I remember that.
By man, Tyson
Yeah,
smokes the
that's true, bro.
weapons. He said shit. You
And
know,
do you
it
think he's gonna?
happened in
Hey,
Texas. In Texas,
in Texas, they don't allow it. That's
they don't
right.
allow that shit. No, so it may be an exhibition
It's gotta
because
be
they took Keyshawn Davis's fight away in
no contest.
Sugarland. Mm-hmm. They took his fucking fight away. All
That's
that
right,
fucking work.
man.
He was pissed.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that
bro.
that that
It goes
TD
on
made
your
a good
record.
point, man. You never know I wonder what the fuck they're gonna say there, but I believe in Tyson, man, and I like the fight. I do want to go. I mean, is it serious? No, but it's Tyson and Jake Paul, man. Hey, I'm all
Have you
for
ever
it.
seen Tyson fight live?
Never in my life once,
Me
bro.
neither.
And if
Me
I could
neither.
do that as a credentialed YouTube journalist, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't. Would it
That'd,
count?
that'd be
Would it
fucking.
count?
I wouldn't give
It
fuck.
wouldn't
Yes,
count.
it counts. We're not
No,
even
it doesn't.
journalists. We fucking. Oh,
No, I
I
mean, does it count seeing Tyson fight live?
dropped
Like,
out of I dropped out of college, man. I ain't no journalist. I would be happy to be there, man. That'd be the best thing in my fucking life, dude. To date, shit. I was happy to be at the Venado Lopez. You don't think I'd be happy to be at this?
yeah, that was fun.
Not to say Venado Lopez ain't the shit. He's the shit. Right? He's the shit.
Well, 126 is heating up, man. You saw Venalo's last fight. He was
Yeah,
fighting
man.
the genius, the guy from Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
He was revving the crowd up, and when they started cheering his name, he just threw a flurry at that Vato and
I
stopped him,
don't I
man.
what I don't understand what it is with Venado Lopez. Like I just when you see him fight, he's so open and the shots come from so weird and he's unbalanced always. Like I don't understand how people can't beat this guy. I mean he's
You know
good
what he
though. He's
reminds me
fucking
of?
good.
You know what he reminds me of? Some of the movements
Uh,
he does.
the drunken master Augustus
No, no, no,
Severo. No.
no, no. Prince Nassim Hamed. He
Yeah,
does a lot of shit like
also.
the
Mhm.
Prince, leaping,
Yeah.
uppercuts,
Weird
left hook
uppercuts.
really wide. He reminds me a lot of the Prince, man. He doesn't have the Prince's power or speed. He has a little bit of speed, but he has good. He can close the
Oh,
distance pretty well.
yeah.
Venado, but you know what? His days at 126 are numbered, man. He keeps talking about wanting to move up. Every
I don't
interview I hear
understand.
him,
Yeah.
he's like, I need to move up to 130.
Yeah, listen. Yeah, man, we know some inside guys there, man. We were just at his old gym this weekend. Yeah, he can't do it anymore.
He can't do it.
No.
He wants one more fight at 126. If not, he wants to move up. He says,
Lopez
yeah,
already, yeah.
might as well make sure Prince Nassim and Mayorga. Check
And
it out.
Mayorga,
Whoa!
yeah.
Remember
True,
that
yeah.
battle?
Yeah, if they had a baby for
I
sure. For
can't believe.
fucking
Yeah,
sure.
he had a baby. Prince Nassim and Mayorga had a baby.
Yeah, that's for
Uh,
sure what it is, man. I don't understand it. The guy comes in at you, David. You said he closes the distance. He closes the distance like this.
yeah, with his chin, but his
And
chin's
what
in the air too.
yeah, fucking how do you not stop him? But I don't know, maybe he's just overwhelming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I think he does hit hard. I think he hits hard. That's why people don't take chances on him because he has some pop.
Yeah, I don't understand how they can't stop. I mean, it looks so simple, but you never know until you're in there or against another person. But from the outside looking in, it's kind of like, man, just pop him. Just put the fucking jab out there. He's coming in now. Why? But I mean, He's so awkward. He probably throws everybody off.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you watch him on film and you see what's happening to other boxers. I'm sure it fucks the boxer's head having to go in there with such an unorthodox dude. Especially when 90% of these vatos have been fighting dudes since 6 years old that are very straight, and then you
Technical,
fucking you
technical.
have to go against this fucking biz. What the fuck is this? What's in front of me here?
Hey, but it would be a shame if Venado has to leave the division, man. Because it's a pretty good division, bro. You still got Rey Vargas, who fought recently on the undercard of Joshua Ngannou. I mean,
Yeah,
Vargas, I gotta say this. Vargas, I was never really that high on him, but I like that vato likes to throw. He likes to throw down, right? He tries.
yeah,
He doesn't always have a great performance. He's kind of inconsistent. I was surprised how he fought yesterday, Mark. He hadn't made 126 pounds, that weight limit, in almost 2 years. Because remember, his last fight, he fought Oshaki Foster at
yeah, yeah.
130. He fought him at 130, and then he went back down to featherweight. And that's a tall dude, man. That dude's like 5'11 or something. And Shushu, that's exactly what I was getting to, TD. Shushu's coming at 126. He's on the way. So featherweight, man, looks. And you know what? When Venado Shushu was at the fight when Venado was fighting, and he looked like he was slobbering watching
Mm-hmm.
Venado. He was just like, "Give me that fight. I want that fight, bro." I saw him,
Shushu
man. He was
Carrington.
licking his chops.
Shushu Carrington.
Yes, sir. I think.
I
I
talked
think.
to his coach.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I
he's a
talked.
good dude, man. Super good dude.
Hey,
Carrington is.
TD. I was supposed to go over to Salinas to call a fight. Honestly, that would have been a fucking dream of mine, man. To sit on a pay per view and call it. I don't care what it was, right? It was kind of a
Pinche Jim Lampley.
Yeah, it would have been badass. Happy Chico Cell. Pero nah, I didn't get to go, right? So we were stuck. It's a long story, but I was able to go to DLX boxing gym, and I was able to have a long conversation with that guy, Coach Cal. He's Shushu Carrington's coach and Ajagba's coach. But I kind of went on a strange day. The only reason they let me in is because me and David know Flick Emmanuel, uh, and he was there. But they let me
Shout out
film a
Flick.
little bit. Yeah, yeah, Flick Emmanuel, man, shout out. But yeah, I had a long conversation with him, and he said, Shushu should fucking clean up the division. He sees him molly-whopping everybody and hopes to run into a new way. He wishes he runs into. He said, "Really? Right now?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh man, all right." They're confident there and at the DLX boxing, and they got a lot of guys there. They got Rocky Hernandez there, man. But it was a cool consolation, TD, to not going uh over to Salinas for that pay per view. I got to hang out there with those guys. I didn't get to film and shit because I went on the wrong day. They had like sparring, but it was a fun thing to do, man. Yeah, and then the cool thing is I'm from Texas, David too, and we're gonna cover the top ranked Ajagba fight here in Corpus, and those guys are gonna come down, so it'll all work out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right, man. We should get them. They've all been really cool dudes, man. All the fighters I've talked to, they've been
Yeah,
really
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Even Shu, man, and I know he had to make weight the next day,
And
but that Vato was talking to everybody, man. He was
I'm
just
sure TD's gotten really good. TD, have you gotten like really cool interviews
he
in
had
this
Shushu on
time?
his show once.
Okay,
I
okay.
saw
Oh,
I
you
saw
had him
one of
on
their
your
episodes with
show,
Shu with
man. Yeah,
Carrington.
there it is. Yeah, yeah. Wow. This guy fucking TD's really doing it, dude. I saw his channel, man. I like we were subscribed already, but I had never really sat in the live, and they were so knowledgeable. And then I saw how many subscribers he had and how many people he had in the chat. So these guys got it going on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
hopefully I run into you one day and we can chit chat on how to get where you are, man. But kudos to you, man. Kudos.
man. Well, yo, we already hit over an hour, bro. So
Definitely did, man. But hey, fucking awesome first live. Thank God TD came in here and settled our nerves, man, because I was pretty goddamn nervous. But man, thank God you came in with a friendly face and saved it, buddy.
yeah, man. Appreciate everybody who stepped in
Amen.
and contributed to the chat. Stitch Duran. Oh, hey, I met Mark. I talked to
Yeah.
him again, and I used that
Yeah.
same joke, the Edwards James almost joke. And he goes, I told him, hey, remember, man, my homeboy said Edward James almost in Texas. And he was like, hey, man, I get that joke everywhere, Vato. He goes,
Yeah.
but you know what? He goes, you know what I found out? Edward James almost, he gets called Stitch Duran sometimes too.
Yeah, I did. We got Stitch Duran too. I don't know who the hell is the biggest guy we've gotten, Dave. I mean, honestly, I think the big. You know what, TD? The biggest. I want to say the biggest guy we've gotten on our channel is
Garcia.
J Panda. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
don't say
Robert
Garcia,
Garcia.
bro.
Yeah, Robert Garcia. For
Panda's a
me, yeah,
is big time.
big now. Yeah, fuck yeah. But yeah, Robert Garcia, hands down, right? Oh
Yeah.
no, fuck! We got Ivan Calderon, way.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Iron
Fuck yeah.
Boy. I forgot about that.
Iron Boy was shit. Yeah, Robert Garcia was big, man. You know what, dude? I've become pretty friendly with that guy, TD, because I'm from South Texas. I'm here on the border, and the dude comes here on the regular now. Like right now, he's contracted to be here for like the next 18 months, like 5 times. And his second time is coming up at the end of April. And I'm able to sit with him when he comes. I've actually really gotten a really good rapport with the guy. We've been to Whataburger and shit together. We've ridden on the back of a truck together,
Old
man.
school
Yeah, like
style. Old school.
yeah, man. We've gotten to be really friendly because he comes to Texas a lot here on the border, TD man. And
They're
you're welcome
farming
if
a
you
lot
ever
of
want to come
fighters
here.
from the Rio Grande Valley.
There is a big fucking fight hub, like it's like a free for all right now. People are picking apart everybody around here, man. In the last year, Golden Boy has signed 2 or 3. PBC has signed one. Robert's coming over here getting people every month. It's a big fight haven, but Azteca boxing is really big down here, and we cover it a lot, man. If you see some of our shows, we have a little bit of a coverage of it. They're not
From
big
the local
fights, but
scene.
yeah, but Robert brings some of his big fighters from his gym over here. Like this time around, he's gonna be bringing Caleb Zuniga. Last month, he brought what's that kid's name from Dorito? Panterita Martinez.
Yeah.
And then he took a few fighters back with him over there. It's becoming a pretty big hotbed down here
That's what I'm
in San
saying.
Antonio.
They're farming a
Yeah,
lot of talent from that area, and they're taking them out to Cali to get them the good sparring.
yeah, yeah.
Nah, man, that's right, dude. He tells it like it is. Great stories, exactly. Especially at him coming up as a fighter. Like you respect that too, because he was in the scene back in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Um, nah,
You've
he seems
you've
like a
you've
really
gotten an
cool dude.
interview with him, TD? Have you gotten to talk to Robert? Yeah, Robert's fucking cool, man. He
He's
opens
cool,
up
man.
about everything. As long as you're cool with him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Uh,
most folks anyway. That's how most
hey
folks are.
man, did you see some of the footage that we have on Google of how he got fucking mobbed here in the valley?
I'm not surprised, bro. He's
On
like I
Google
said, he's big
Photos. He's a big now, dude. They're not. You know what? How they're advertising the fights now? They're putting him on the billboards as the special guest. He's there as
that's
a trainer.
that's how you know, man. That's how you know
Yeah.
you're like a legendary trainer, man. Maybe we can connect something to one day, TD. Maybe we can put you guys in touch or something, man.
Hey,
But
are
absolutely,
they on
brother.
Instagram?
Huh?
Are they on Instagram?
Absolutely, yeah. We're signed on
Hey.
to both of the platforms.
Okay, cool. Hey, TD man, I'll send you some of the local Azteca books fights that are going on here, so you can follow them here on the border, man. They got some fucking badass fights here on the border. I'll send you some, man. Hey, thanks for joining us, man.
Shout out, brother, and we'll collab one day, man. We'll
And
set that up.
all our other 3 fans, man. We got chingos of fans, dog.
Jingles
What's
are fans. We got 3 people up here. What's up? All right, man. Well,
up?
it was fun chopping it up with you, my man. Mark, TD, peace out. Peace out to everybody. And don't forget to hit that like button, please. Let us know for sure. And from the BX, shout out to BX. From the BX to BK down to the Valley.
The
It's peace out,
RGV,
y'all.
where the G's be. The RGV, where the G's be. Rio Grande Valley, baby.
Hey, man, don't get us in trouble with your fake gang signs, man. Yeah, you too, brother. You too. All right, man. Peace out. Boom. and we got 4